I'm so mad. Like, I really, because I really don't do edits yet, and I try not to split the videos, but it's like any little thing will stop the video. Like on my Android, it'll pause the video so you can pick back up. On this phone, it stops the video. My alarm just went off from my shot. Anyway, so the girl got arrested that night. So I'm just telling my daughter, like, this is not going to end well. Because now she's pissed off because she's in jail. You're mad, your phone is broke, the house is a mess. Like, it was just, I'm just like, this is not gonna end well. Like, I just don't want her to retaliate, blah, 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 whatever. So the next day, the girl called my phone from jail. Now, mind you, this is Friday, early Saturday morning. I got there at 3 in the morning. So it's Saturday. So Sunday, the girl called me, and she's like, well, how you gonna let her press charges on me, and I didn't do nothing to her, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there like, what you mean let her? First of all, I'm not the one called the cops. Second of all, I didn't even go outside with her when the cops came, so I didn't even know she pressed charge. Like, why am I the one that got to get put in the... Anyway, I couldn't even believe she was calling my phone. So, that was Sunday. So I'm gonna try to make the story shorter. Come Monday, the girl comes with the landlord. Now, mind you, I told you the house is a mess. There's holes in the walls from other times they got into it. My daughter, she just starts hitting stuff, hitting walls mostly. But yeah, so there's holes in the walls. So the girl went and got the landlord to come to the apartment so that she could get the rest of her stuff out, and I guess so they could see the holes in the wall. I don't know what she told them. But either way, when the landlord came in, she said, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get the fuck out. So they got evicted that Tuesday. The girl left with her stuff. So the landlord said that that was basically herself evicting herself. So she wouldn't be on the eviction. It would just be my daughter. I don't know how that works, but it don't sound right to me. But anyway, so they put an eviction on the door for my daughter. We had 10 days to leave. And I'm just sitting there like, God, what is happening here? Like, this was supposed to be a safe space right now for me so that I could rest and figure out what I'm going to do and wait for my settlement so that I can get my own apartment. I was just going to stay there until I got my settlement, which my lawyer says shouldn't take long, but you never know how long is long. But I was at my daughter's house, so I was comfortable. Well, I thought I was going to be comfortable, but I really wasn't comfortable. Like I said, the house was a mess. I was not cleaning up the house. I didn't have nowhere. The blow-up mattress was broke. I was sleeping on the floor, and that was terrible. It hurt so bad, but anyway, I was grateful to have somewhere to be, to have heat, a roof, water, food. I used my food stamps, got food. You know, I was able to cook again. You know, so I was just grateful for that, but it was just a whole mess from the time I got there. So I'm just like, God, what is this about? Like, what's happening? Like, and then I felt bad because I'm like, I get here and then all of this shit hits the fan. Like, what the hell? But it happened before I got there, though. So I'm not saying it's because of me, but I just felt, I don't know. So anyway, we got 10 days to leave. So my daughter, she's just drinking. She's depressed because her and the girl broke up and this, that, and the third. I'm in there just like, I can't, I'm tired. I'm tired of figuring shit out. I'm just tired. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, her birthday was that Friday. My birthday was that Monday. We had to leave Thanksgiving Day technically, but not really. So Friday. Thanksgiving Day would have been 10 days, but you know, it's business days, I believe. So Friday. Anyway. So every day my daughter's like, do you have an idea where we're going to go? What we're going to do? I'm like, I don't know. Like, and she was like, well, I get one more check, I think. And so I'm like, well, maybe we can use that and go back to Alabama and try to, maybe I can go back to my job and we could try to find a little cheap apartment or get a motel room or something. So that was one idea we had, but other than that, I really wasn't trying to think about it. I had just got there. I was already stressing from my situation that I was leaving from. So she kept asking me, and I kept telling her, I don't know. And every time I said, I don't know, I could see it in her face. She was so frustrated and worried. But I'm telling her, like, God will let me know, because I really don't know right now. I don't know. I'm leaning all on him. I know he told me to sit down. I'm sitting down. Like, I'm supposed to be resting, but I don't know how I could rest during the drama. But yeah, he sat me down for a reason, and so I'm just gonna wait and see what he do. So a couple days before we gotta go, she asked me again. I said, I don't know. I'm trying not to laugh because I gotta pee again. She's sitting like right on my bladder right now. And I just went to the bathroom. But anyway, so I could tell my daughter's words. She's like, what you mean? Like, you could see it in her face. She's not saying it out her mouth, but you could see it in her face. She's like, what the hell you mean? Like, you don't know. Like, we got to figure something out. I'm just like, I'm tired. Like, I'm just telling God, like, just let me know what you need me to do. What is next? Like, what are we doing? So, couple days before Thanksgiving, my sister's ex, I don't know if I did a video about them, but they had some toxic shit going on too before. And I fell out. My daughter fought her. I fell out with her. And then my daughter started back talking to her. And she reached out to me and apologized. And, you know, she helped us out when when my dad was acting funky with the food and stuff in the house. She sent us food, you know, groceries and stuff like that. So anyway, my sister's ex had, I forget how I ended up telling her I was up here. But she was like, you know, come here for Thanksgiving. So I thought about it, and I'm like, well, you know, we really don't have nowhere else to go. My sister and my brothers, my son, my nephew's mom, all of them know the situation. They knew we didn't have nowhere to go. Nobody offered, you know, we talked to them on my daughter's birthday. Nobody offered for us to come stay. My sister has the house, but she was saying that it was like a bunch of fleas in there and stuff. But either way, nobody offered for us to come for Thanksgiving or to come have somewhere to stay. So I just left that alone. I didn't even ask them. I just left it alone. So at this point, my sister's ex-girlfriend was the only one that offered for us to come for Thanksgiving. So I texted her and I was like, I might need a favor. It's a lot going on. And like, as soon as I said that with no hesitation, she was like, you need to come stay with me for a little while. Like, no hesitation. But she's like that. Like, first of all, she been wanting me to come back up here. When she found out I was in the shelter, she been telling me to come stay with her. But like I said, when her and my sister had what they had going on, I just don't do drama. I do not do drama. And it just seemed like no matter who I'm around or where I'm at, everybody is just drama filled. Everybody. Like, even in Alabama, the girl that I used to help down there, I haven't even heard from her since she called me twice, but I seen on her story that she's back with the crazy dude, and he got arrested on Thanksgiving. It's just everybody. So she was offering before, but I wasn't trying to do that because I already know she can be drama filled, right? But she has a good heart, right? So she offered with no hesitation. So we talked about that, and I told her that Janiyah would be coming with me because she got evicted or whatever. So she was like, all right, I'll come get you. She was trying to come get me that day, but I was like, no, we could wait a couple days. You know, this was like 3 or 4 days before Thanksgiving. So I was like, no, we could wait a couple days or whatever. To be honest with you, I really just wanted to enjoy being alone. Not alone, but alone. It was just me and my daughter. So I had a room. I was in the room. I could be in the room by myself. Don't have to talk to nobody, watch my movies or whatever. I was enjoying that time before I had to go be in someone else's house you know, and she has kids and stuff. So, and I knew she had a girlfriend, but I didn't know she lived here because I asked her, I was like, who all stay with you? And she was like, just me and my kids. I should have known that was a lie because I knew she had a girlfriend. So, she came to pick us up Thanksgiving morning. Like I said, very grateful. Very grateful. And my daughter was just like, Ma, I don't know how you could sit there and not worry. She was like, but I was scared to death. I said, I know you was. I said, but sometimes all you can do is just sit and wait on God because we couldn't figure nothing out. Like, anyway, so she picked us up Thanksgiving morning. We came here. I was definitely in my feelings because, for one, it's the second holiday without my mom, and now my brother's gone, and I'm at someone else's house. It was good. She cooked. The food was really, really good. You know, her family was here. It was good, but I just was in my feelings or whatever. Anyway, but I was grateful. So I had my blow bed in the living room, and my daughter, she was sleeping upstairs on the bunk beds. It was too cold up there for me to go try to be up there. She got the air on upstairs. I got the heat on downstairs, so the air and the heat is just fighting each other. I don't know why she says she liked to keep it cold. I don't know. But I can't, my shoulders hurt when it's cold. I can't do it. But anyway, but the only thing that kills me is the bathroom is upstairs. So I have to climb the stairs every time I wake up in the middle of the night 1,000 times to use the bathroom. But whatever. Anyway, so after a couple days, I don't know how long, after a couple days, my daughter decides that she's going back to the girl. The girl applied for a whole nother apartment, a 1-bedroom, and she told my daughter to come up there and she could stay with her until she get back on her feet, whatever. I'm just like, whatever. That's y'all business. Like, I told her I don't think it's a good idea, but that's what y'all want to do. It is what it is. Just remember, because my daughter lost her job, even though the lady, she got the job. That was another one of my sister's exes that got her the job there. But the girlfriend had been working there for 3 years. So when they got into it and the girl went to jail, my sister's ex basically turned on my daughter and she lost her job because of the girl. So I told her, I said, just keep in mind when you go up there, you don't have nobody. That girl got family there. She got people there. She know everybody there. So you need to be behaving yourself. Y'all need to make sure y'all, all that cop calling and all of that, like, you don't have nobody there. So I told her that. She grown. She made the decision. So now I'm just like, great. She's leaving me here by myself. Which is like, whatever, but she offered to babysit the little baby upstairs. She's 1. She offered to babysit her. So of course now after she leaves, I'm going to be the one that has to babysit. Whatever. I'm grateful, so whatever. I just do what I need to do. Now, these people here, my sister's ex and her girlfriend, they done got into it twice. And I'm just like, what the, like, is it me? Like, am I bringing the drama? Like, what is it? Like, I don't understand. Like, anyway, so they got into it a couple times. The girl she left. My sister's ex put her out. She left. Then she came back a couple days later. It's a lot. Now, mind you, I had to miss my doctor's appointments because my sister's ex said that I could use her car, but then when I got here, she told me that her tags were bad and she didn't have insurance. So I don't know if I want to risk that because I already have a ticket down there when I was driving the rental car for no insurance. So I don't know if I didn't want to risk going down there and the tags are bad and all of that stuff. But I really, really needed to make that appointment because that was the fetal specialist appointment and my regular OB. Either way, I missed that appointment. So I'm just up here like worried to death if everything's okay. But my baby's moving around. She's jumping around, kicking. She act like she's in a freaking gymnastics class or something in there. So she seems okay. I haven't been, having any pains or anything, so I assumed everything was good. But today I started spotting a little bit, and that's making me nervous. So I'm gonna go to the hospital probably tomorrow. I'm gonna, I was trying to see if it was gonna keep doing it. So far it is, but it's like a little bit like on the tissue when I wipe. It's not like I leave tissue there to see if anything comes down and it don't. So I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention the girls at the shelter, they did end up sending me $100, which was freaking awesome. They sent it to me when I got here to my sister's ex-house. So that helped out a lot because, I needed to buy my own stuff like snacks and tissue and soap, stuff like that. So that was really awesome of them. That I really appreciated that. They definitely looked out. But yeah, so now I'm gonna try to go to the hospital and make sure everything is okay because I'm nervous that the spotting could be like my amniotic fluid leaking or something. I talked to my lawyer because I have virtual mail, so I can see online when I get mail. Why she don't got no clothes on? Her little skinny self. Why she don't got no clothes on?
I don't know, because when she got out the shower,
So I can see my mail, and I seen an envelope from my lawyer's office, from, the firm. So I called him because I'm like, I'm not there. I don't know what that is, but he didn't say anything to me. So I called him, and he said that it's probably just a like a holiday thing or something. Whatever he said they send out. He said, but he don't have anything, personally for me. So it had to be the office that sent something out. So I'm like, okay. He was like, but we're still waiting back to hear about the offer. He said it should be, soon. We should hear something shortly. And he asked how I was doing, and I told him I had to leave the shelter and come to South Carolina. So I'll be up here for a little bit. So I'm hoping and praying that it's not too much longer, because I feel like, and then I was having a lot of pressure down there, like a lot of pressure for like a few weeks after I got here, like to the point where I could barely walk. I could barely walk up the stairs to go to the bathroom. Like it was just a lot of pressure down there. It stopped last week. So this week I haven't had any pressure. Which was good because I was thinking about going to work, working at the Dollar Tree here. But then when they got into it, her and her girlfriend, I didn't know how that was going to work with the car situation. So I didn't want to have to depend on a ride and not know if, all of that stuff. So I never ended up going. Then I had the pressure and stuff. And I'm like, how am I going to stand up if I can't even walk? So I just never did that. But, yeah, so that's where I'm at now. And my grandma and my sister are upset that I'm over here because, of course, the whole family swore off my sister's ex after they finally decided to separate. But their situation was like detrimental to all of them. Like, I'm talking about CPS cases opened, ankle monitors, jail, you know, all types of stuff. So they had to leave each other alone. Like, it was that bad. So of course, like, the whole family don't mess with her like that. So when they found out I was here, they both was like, you know, acting funny, but I don't care because nobody else offered. So, I mean, I'm gonna take help where I can get it. It is what it is. God sends people to help you. You can't question who he sent and why he sent them. And like, I remember when we was in Alabama at my dad's house and all that stuff was going on with him, and she's my sister's ex sent us the groceries. My grandma, my daughter told my grandma about it, and my grandma like basically cursed me out, like, why would y'all let her do anything for y'all? And like, what do you mean? You sound crazy. We don't have no food. She offered to help us with food. Like, why are you so? My grandma, she holds grudges, and she just my mom was the same way, and she just feel like when you stop talking to somebody, that's it. You should never talk to them ever again. So, whatever. I know they feel some type of way, but at this point, I don't care. I don't care. Like, beggars can't be choosers. People that offer help, I'm going to take from people that offer help. If you ain't offering, why do you have anything to say about anything? It's just that's how it is. And it's usually not family. The ones that offer is not family. So whatever. But I can say I've been resting because that's all I've been doing is laying down. So I have been resting, which I know is probably the main reason God sat me down, because I was doing a lot. And honestly, when I had that pressure, I thought I was going to have to be on bed rest because that pressure was so bad. But like I said, it eased up some. It went away. So like now it's just like pressure when she's on my bladder and I have to use the bathroom. But I could still, you know, walk regular and stuff. But outside of that, I've just been praying, sleeping, eating. I haven't been outside. I can count on one hand how many times I've been outside since I've been here. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I don't talk to nobody. Like, yeah. So now I feel like it's starting to set in as depression. Like, I try to stay positive about everything all the time. And I take my medication, my depression meds, every day. But like, definitely on Christmas, I was feeling it. I slept all day Christmas, all day long. I think I might have used the bathroom twice and got up and ate something once. Excuse me. And my grandma made me cry because I texted her Merry Christmas one of the times I woke up, and she was like, oh, after all these years, I can't get a phone call and a conversation. You got to send me a text message, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I didn't feel like talking to nobody. Like, people been calling my phone. I don't want to talk to nobody. I have nothing to say. Nobody has no solutions for me. Everybody just wants to get on the phone and ask me 1,000 questions. And I don't want to answer no questions right now because my situation is pretty much the same, if not worse. So there's nothing to talk about. And I feel bad, but I just don't feel like talking. And people are not getting that. Like, I'll text. You can text me. But I don't feel like talking, especially not about my situation that I've been in and been going through. Everybody just keep asking the same questions over and over. No one calls with any solutions. So I just really don't have nothing to say. So she hurt my feelings a little bit, so I cried. I was trying not to because I was thinking about my mom and my brother. Oh, and on top of that, a couple weeks ago, my nephew in Alabama. So my little sister, by my dad, her big sister. We were close. So her oldest son ended up committing suicide a couple weeks ago. So I was dealing with that, and I was upset because I couldn't make the services for that. It's just too much. It's just too much between the drama and I'm trying to hold on, y'all. I'm trying. All I want, all I need, for one, I'm trying to get back to Alabama to go to my doctor's appointments. That's what I want to do. But I don't have nowhere to stay once I get there. So even if I got the money to catch the train, you know, I don't have nowhere to stay when I get there to go to the appointments. But all I need is my own space. That's it. This settlement that I'm waiting for, I'm not trying to get rich. I don't need no whole bunch of money. We ain't got to go back and forth for years and years. I just need to get my own place and hopefully a vehicle. If not, I'll be good with my own place. I'll figure everything else out. But I just need my own space because I don't want my daughter born homeless, and I need to be peaceful. Like I don't want to have her in someone else's home and then have to deal with people. And you know how people are when newborn babies come. Everybody want to hold the baby and be around, and I just don't want to deal with none of that. Like I am perfectly fine being in my own space with just me and my baby, and that's it. I don't even care if the baby daddy come around or not. Me and my baby, I'm good with that. I'm scared because I don't have support down there, but I'm not even worried about that. I just need my own space so I can be peaceful and think straight. And I would like to move into my own space before close to my due date, because the bigger I get, the harder it's going to be for me to maneuver on my own. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be trying to move March 1st and I'm due March 8th. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, and then the other thing that's on my mind heavy, my phone is cut off. Got cut off yesterday, but I'm not stressing about that. That's $50. I can get that from somewhere. I'll worry about that in a second. As long as I got Wi-Fi here in her house, I could deal with it. But and I can get incoming calls. I don't know how long they will let me do that, but only person I really need to hear from is my lawyer, for real. So but the only thing now that's heavy on my mind is my storage, because I'm already a month behind and I got to pay the new month on the 1st, which is going to make it like $450. And I cannot lose another storage. Like, I can, like, that losing that last storage, and that was the stuff that I had with me that I was using every day. My clothes, my equipment, my materials for my equipment to make my shirts and stuff, my computer with everything on it, like everything I lost in that storage. Everything, like all of my cards, my tarot oracle cards, some that I didn't even get to open yet. Like, every time I think about it, I just get sad. So I try not to even think about all of the stuff that I lost, but it was a lot of stuff in there. So when I lost that devastated me. Like, bad. And then I just had to accept it. Like, okay, it's just things that you can get back. I'm trying not to cry. I promise I'm not trying to cry. I'm like, okay, it's just things, right? This is the storage that I had in Alabama when me and my ex-wife divorced. And I had to put everything from the house in the storage. I sold all the furniture, but I got basically like photo albums, tapes of my daughter when she was young, of me and my sister and brother when we were young. You know, like this stuff in here is sentimental stuff. This stuff I really cannot lose. Like I don't even want to think about losing that stuff. So that's what's really heavy on my mind right now, because I'm already a month behind. And so once they add the new month, which is on the 1st, I have until the 5th before they add the late payment. But I don't know if they'll let me do a partial payment. So I asked my baby daddy to help me. So even if he gave me the money for a month, because he owes me that money anyway from the deposit for the apartment that he canceled. So even if he gave me that, I don't know if they're going to let me do a partial payment once they add the new payment. That's what I'm worried about. If they let me do the partial payment, then I'll be good, because then I'll just have to worry about paying the 1 month. And to be honest with you, I'm really thinking about going back to Dollar Tree now, since the pressure is gone and I don't have that pain down there. But now it's like with the whole bleeding thing right now, depending on what they say at the hospital, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's an issue. The only reason I'm concerned is because they said that my amniotic fluid was low, and he asked me, was it leaking? But I told him no, because I really don't feel like it is. And it's like sometimes I feel like I'm cramping a little bit, but I don't know if that's like cramping, or is it like my body adjusting to the stretching. Like I can't tell, but it's not like pain with the cramping. It's like, you know, when you get in your period and you could feel it that day, you could feel it coming, but it's not like full-blown cramps. It's just that uncomfortable feeling. That's kind of like what it's been. I don't know. I just know I've been trying not to go to the hospital, and now I really think I should just go ahead and go. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying, y'all, to stay positive. I am. I swear. I'm slipping a little bit. I'm slipping a little bit. And that's only because it's getting closer, and now I have a hole in my fucking blow-up mattress. So now I can't even sleep good since Christmas Eve. And I've been trying to keep the kids away from it because, you know, I don't know what they got in their hands. I don't know what kind of toys, you know, sharp toys or whatever they could have. But Christmas Eve, she let them open up all the toys, and everything was all over the living room. And I was trying to keep the stuff away from the mattress, but it was stuff everywhere. Like, she was going through her stuff because her and her girlfriend just broke up. So it was just, she just let them do whatever. And I really feel like one of those toys might have poked a hole in it. But ever since Christmas Eve, I haven't been able to sleep because every time I wake up, I'm almost on the floor. So I have to keep blowing the mattress up every 5 minutes. I had one patch. I found a little hole, but it was like a little tiny hole. And I'm like, how can all that air come out of this little tiny hole? But I'm thinking, okay, that might be the hole. So I patched it up with the one patch that I had. The patch don't even work. It's still coming through the little tiny hole. But I really feel like it's another hole because the way when I lay down, how fast I'm on the floor, like almost on the floor, like it has to be another hole somewhere. I'm just over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm alive and well. My baby is moving around, so she's alive and hopefully well. I'm grateful I got somewhere to be. I got food, water, a roof, heat. So I'm not complaining, but I'm just so tired, man. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. And I literally don't talk to nobody. Nobody. Talk to my daughter. 2 of my friends called me. I don't feel like talking to nobody, so I didn't answer the phone. I text them back. But it's like, even texting now, I don't even want to text now. I don't want to, I just want to disappear. And I hate that. I feel bad. I don't like to do that to people, but I just... I'm tired. I'm tired. But it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it but just be here. Honestly, it makes me feel good to feel my baby move around. There's so many people be telling me, especially when I was doing DoorDash and working and stuff, and they like, oh, you need to be careful, you might miscarry. And you know, a couple people was like, you know, they had stillborns, you know, their baby was dead inside of them for a certain amount of time or whatever. But there was one girl I was talking to, I was like, well, I don't have that problem, because she's definitely very active. Like, I mean, very, very active. Her ass is overactive. So it feels good every day when she does move around and kick and do what she's doing. She do a lot, but I'm just glad that she's letting me know that she's still with me. She's still with me. And I can honestly say that I appreciate the process, the whole pregnancy thing, more now that I'm older than I did when I was 16. Like, it's just, I mean, even though when I was 16, I pretty much was going through the same thing, kind of, because I came down south. I went to Alabama to stay with my dad for the summer. And at that time, during the summer, I was like 7 months pregnant. 7 months pregnant. 6-7 months pregnant. So it would just be me. He was always out. He was working or with his girlfriends or whatever. I was always by myself. So it was always just me and her sitting down watching TV. I laugh, she'll kick. You know, it was like we bonded then. And that's kind of like the same thing I'm feeling now. But I'm appreciating the whole process more, because it's like, for one, me being in shock still that I'm 40 and it's 23 years later and I'm finally pregnant, that I wanted to be a long time ago, but now it's happening now. So it's like, I'm just taking it in differently and realizing the blessing that it is, even though I am in the situation that I'm in. I'm just appreciating it more. Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it for the update. It was a couple other videos I wanted to do, but I really can't even remember right now, because it took me so long to just get on here and do this update. But I do have one that I remember I wrote down in my book when I was at the shelter. I need to do that one. That was yeah, I have to read it. I'm gonna do that one, but there was a couple more that I wanted to do. I don't know. Like I said, it just be so hard to get time alone. Like, the kids is here. I'm babysitting again, I guess. She left earlier. I feel like the in-house nanny, to be honest with you, because I mean, she just come and go. But her son, he usually, he knows how to babysit his sister, but he's only 8. So, I mean, I don't know if she does that a lot, like, when nobody's here, or if she's just doing it because I'm here. I don't know, but yeah, so the kids are here, but they're in the bed. So I was like, let me just go ahead and do this video now. I love all you guys. Pray for me. I'm tired. But what I always say, I still got my faith. I'm gonna keep it. I'm slipping, but I'm gonna keep it. I ain't got no choice.